Venom is a longtime rival and sometimes ally to Spider-Man. He has many hosts and many storylines. Want to know about the top 10 evil ones? I'm Adam Andrews and this is Top 10 Nerd. Let's go. Number 10. Magic Venom. I'm starting with this Venom because this is technically our 616 Earth Venom, and he's also not technically a bad guy, but he's really cool, and I love him, so... Sorry. Eddie Brock has been separated from the Venom symbiote when the Dark Elves and Malekith invade New York. But being the great guy that he is, Eddie gets out there and starts fighting Dark Elves with his normal humy fists. Even after getting punctured multiple times, he still saves his son from a Dark Elf. All this heroism attracts the attention of a Dark Elf witch that grants Eddie a Dreamstone. It's a stone that basically turns dreams into reality. She expects Eddie to become the mindless Venom and an agent of chaos in Malekith's army, but Eddie's dream would be to have control over the symbiote, which is what he gets. He uses the suit to fight the Dark Elves, and eventually he becomes a Viking Venom hybrid. That is absolutely the coolest thing. Eddie gives up the suit as it is only feeding on his rage, causing him to only destroy, and gives it to the people of New York who save the day. Not evil, but like I said, sorry. Number 9. Venom Deadpool, What If? On Earth 9211, Spider-Man has the Venom symbiote costume. When Deadpool is hired by Galactus to kill the Beyonder, he is given a weapon called the Recton Expungifier, the only weapon that can kill the Beyonder. When Deadpool tracked down his target to a nightclub, he was enticed into the Beyonder's partying lifestyle. He got Jerry curls is basically what happened. While hanging out with the Beyonder in a flying limousine, Spider-Man broke into the car and demanded the symbiote costume be removed from him. Beyonder's limo driver shoots Spider-Man, and the symbiote leaves him, merging with Deadpool. Now, Venompool. Beyonder eventually grew tired and longed for more, leaving Venompool and snapping him out of the Beyonder's magic. Venompool attempted to resume his contract and kill the Beyonder, but he accidentally pawned the Recton Expungifier. He kidnaps and sells a drunken Tony Stark to AIM, and he gets rejected from all the superhero teams because he has Jerry curls. He's evil because he can't do anything right. It's just go with it, okay? Number 8, Spider-Man and the Power Pack Venom. Now, this version of the symbiote is kind of fun. In the Marvel Age miniseries Spider-Man and the Power Pack, a down-on-his-luck fashion designer literally runs into the symbiote walking down the street and is saved by Spider-Man. During the fight, the fashion designer gets his hands on the symbiote, which he crafts into 4 dresses for a fashion show that Peter Parker and Mary Jane happen to be attending, with Mary Jane even donning one of the dresses. Partway through the show, the symbiotes reveal themselves and take over Mary Jane and the models, becoming She-Venoms. Luckily, with the help of the Power Pack and bad European techno music at full volume, Peter is able to remove the symbiote and defeat it. Or is he? Bum bum bum. Number 7, Ultimate Venom. This version of the big gloopy hunger monster started in quite a different way than normal. This Venom started as a biological suit created by the fathers of Peter Parker and Eddie Brock. When this knowledge and the prototype suit fell into Peter and Eddie Brock Jr.'s hands, they decided to work on their father's project. After Peter had a dangerous run-in with the suit and wanted to destroy it, Eddie exposed himself to the control sample of the suit he created. But he lost control, consuming a janitor and later 2 security guards. He went about surviving by consuming innocent bystanders and trying to consume or bond with Spider-Man. Eventually, Eddie/Venom bonded with Carnage, stealing it from Gwen Stacy and becoming a monstrosity combo of the two. Number 6, Kingpin Venom. In the alternate Earth TRN 421, the year is 2061, and Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, has killed Eddie Brock, taking the Venom symbiote as his own, bonding with it, which is really intimidating already, but then he modifies the suit to be able to travel through technology. He can basically travel through the internet, controlling cars, helicopters, and electronic billboards. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. In the end, Peter had to flee into the woods, where King Venom followed. This part of the fight didn't last very long, with Peter using the fire from a torch to detach the symbiote from Kingpin, saving the day. Number 5, Old Man Logan/Old Man Hawkeye, Tyrannosaurus Rex Venom. Must drive faster, must drive faster! Old Man Logan is an insanely graphic and fresh take on the Marvel Universe. It is set in a post-apocalyptic America, where the villains of the Marvel Universe coordinated a simultaneous attack on the heroes orchestrated by none other than Red Skull. There's a gang of incestuous Hulks, a giant skeleton of Loki crushed by the Baxter Building, old versions of superheroes and supervillains. Oh, and the Venom symbiote bonded with a frickin' T-Rex. After only showing up for a brief moment in the Old Man Logan storyline, Venom Rex instantly became a fan favorite character, which is good because it meant that we got to see how this came to be. At the beginning of the Old Man Hawkeye story, Clint Barton defends Jebediah Hammer from a gang made up of the multi-generational duplicates of multiple men. After Clint quickly disposes of all but one of the multiple men, the remaining man I guess, ran into a puddle of the Venom symbiote, which bonded to him, and over time created an army of Venoms. After hunting down Clint to Kate Bishop's sanctuary, the two led the Venom army into the wilds, where a T-Rex from the Savage Land attacked the symbiote. Now, if you read Old Man Logan, you know that this is the exact symbiote that attacked Old Man Logan and Hawkeye. I haven't seen whether this iteration of the character has appeared later on though, although I know that he was defeated by Black Bolt. Let me know in the comments. Number 4, Mangaverse Venom. So I'm just gonna warn you now, this is a little confusing. So basically, there are 2 Venoms in these stories. There's a human man named Venom, and then there's the Venom symbiote, which is his normal black goopy self hidden inside an ambulance. They're both bad news bears, or spiders, I guess. The dude Venom is actually the son of Aunt May and her first husband, which makes it a little more heartbreaking when he kills his stepdad, Sensei Uncle Ben, and almost all the other members of the Spider Clan. He doesn't do this for no reason though. See, Venom is the enforcer of Kingpin, but as a member of the Spider School, he refuses to kill Peter. It's only when Peter goes to avenge Ben's death that they fight. Peter being overwhelmed by ninjas until he learns the true way of the spider and beats all of them, almost defeating Venom until Peter spares him. Venom cripples the Kingpin and takes over the city's ninja gangs. He later comes into contact with the symbiote Venom and uses it to actually save Peter, sacrificing his own life. But then randomly shows up later looking more Venom-like and becomes Peter's teacher? So many mixed signals with this guy. Hey guys, before we get onto the top 3, I just wanted to say thanks for joining us. We can't really do this without your support. If you could just leave a little like and a subscribe if you liked this video, that would really help us out. Alright, let's get on to the top 3. Number 3, what if Spider-Man rejected the Spider Venom? One of many what if stories that involve Spider-Man and the Goopy Hunger Monster. In this one-shot issue, Peter rejects the chance to rise again in a new spider form after being killed, and leaves his body and spirit separated. This leaves his body as free real estate for Venom. The suit abandons its host, Macagargan, and rushes, once again, to be with its first long-lost love. The symbiote fully bonds with Peter, turning him into a new, violent monster called Poison. Get it? Because Venom is turned into poison. Poison longs for a companion, and maybe it's Peter's subconscious desires, but he goes for Mary Jane. After Poison defeats the Avengers, Mary Jane offers her body, but not her soul, to both prevent any further harm to others, and to make Poison's life as miserable as possible. This hurts Poison's feelings, and he says, screw that, and he runs off. Instead, he digs up the grave of Gwen Stacy and cocoons her, turning her into another symbiote similar looking to Carnage. Number 2, Spider-Man 2099 Venom. The Earth of Spider-Man 2099 is awesome. Cyberpunk themes, President Doom, a seriously flawed Miguel O'Hara as Spider-Man with that awesome suit. It shouldn't be any surprise that the Venom of 2099 is just as awesome. The Venom symbiote in this world has been around for a long time, evolving to have new abilities like acid, blood, and spit. This version of the symbiote bonded itself to Kron Stone, the son of Tyler Stone and the elder half-brother of Miguel O'Hara. The symbiote first appeared when it tries to kill Tyler in the hospital, and that is when Spider-Man intervenes. The fight goes on for a long time, like several issues long. Venom even kills Spider-Man's former lover, Dana. After Miggy learned of Venom's weakness to sound, sonic sounds were emitted all over the city, stunning Venom and allowing Spider-Man to beat him, revealing Crom's identity. Later, the symbiote would merge with Roman the Submariner and flee into the ocean. Number 1, Spider-Man Rain Venom. Okay, please just pause this video. Please go read the story if you can. It's good, okay? Gave me goosebumps. Set 30 years after the modern Spider-Man stories, with a retired old man version of Peter Parker, Spider-Man Rain's Venom is hiding in plain sight. He has donned the identity of Edward Sachs, the age of the current New York mayor, and has been quietly pulling the strings from within. A Venom with a mind like this. He's recreated himself multiple times, became the new leader of the Sinister Six, and has installed a security system around New York to stop anyone from leaving. He has goons that walk the streets. He's a criminal mastermind, because he's upset at Peter for leaving. He's upset with him for abandoning the responsibility of Venom. The Sinister Six is defeated by bombs set up by Sandman. Venom is assumed to be defeated, but this guy is tenacious, so who knows for sure. Alright nerds, that's the end of it. That's all I got. I know that I probably missed some other versions of Venom that other people love. So if there's one that you would like to be talked about, leave it in the comments below. Maybe we'll do a part 2. I've been Adam Andrews with Top 10 Nerd. Have a good one.